One quick topic, and this will be the last thing before we get into picking the games and wrapping up the show. Hint, wrapping the show because Christmas, even though you're unwrapped. Is the early look at quarterback the quarterback market. Teams expected to be in the quarterback market include, the Jets. No, not the maybe because the Jets, Browns, Texans, Cowboys, possibly the Eagles, Washington, San Francisco. I think St. Louis is good with Case Keenum. At least that's my opinion. I think Case Keenum can get it done. But anyways, here are just a couple names throughout. San Francisco's Colin Kaepernick. Now, he had a great start. 3 playoff road wins, most in franchise history, more than both Joe Montana and Steve Young. But he couldn't get it done this season. Just played terribly. Now, San Francisco's not closed the door on bringing him back, but they kind of just said, you're at the door and it's slightly closed. It's just there's a little creak so you can, we can talk, but that's about it. But, we're all expecting them to part ways, whether it's through a trade or being cut, whatever it is. And, people are thinking maybe Colin Kaepernick goes to Philadelphia, runs that offense. Will Sam Bradford be there? Because Sam Bradford, don't forget, he's a pending free agent. If Bradford joins another team next season, he would become the first number one overall pick at quarterback to ever play for 3 teams in his first 7 seasons, which is not a good record to have. But, what money is he going to demand? What money is he going to want? He didn't want to get a contract extension before this year, which maybe means he didn't really want to play in Philadelphia overall. He's just playing now maybe for a new contract somewhere. So could Colin Kaepernick go to Philadelphia and maybe Bradford goes to San Francisco in a trade in the draft? Who knows? That could be something. Denver's Peyton Manning. Denver's not expected to bring his contract back. They got Brock Osweiler. I think they're ready for him for the future. And also all the cap money that Peyton would bring for next year is just ridiculous. The real question is whether Manning will want to continue playing or just say, just hang him up. I think if he does want to play, honestly, I think the only team that's going to give him a shot is Cleveland. And I think we can all agree with that. I don't think there's anyone else that's going to want him. You could think about San Francisco, but man, you are really stretching it with Peyton Manning. I mean, think of what he did this year. I think he still has the league lead in interceptions this year, and he's only played just a few games. He's missed, the past 3 or 4 games, and he still has the league lead in interceptions. Are you really wanting to take a chance with the lesser team? I mean, he's got a great defense. He's got some great wide receivers. Running game's okay. Offensive line is okay, but I don't know. Then you obviously have Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel. Cleveland has to figure out who's going to make it. Is there going to be a new GM? Is there going to be a new head coach? Once that's finalized, then we can figure out exactly what Manziel's going to do. Obviously, he's been a hot name for the Dallas Cowboys. Whether that actually happens or not, who knows? Obviously, I would love to see Johnny Football in Dallas or in Houston. That'd be great. Honestly, my favorite thing would be Johnny to Houston, and which is probably really bad for his, off the field stuff, and then have Robert Griffin go to Dallas, which I know is going to be kind of weird for the NFC East thing, but we've seen it before. I mean, look at McNabb. He went to the Eagles, to the Redskins, and all these other stuff. Anyways, if RG3 could go to Dallas, it's closer to Waco, and then you have Johnny Football going to Houston, closer to College Station. Bam. I think that'd be fun to watch. Will that ever happen? Probably not. But, it's Christmas. We can hope, right? Unless you're Matt Forte. Anyways, also Washington, they have a little bit of an issue because Kirk Cousins, he's scheduled to be a free agent after this season. He's had a great year. He leads the league in completion percentage with 70%. Might win the NFC East. Might make the playoffs, host a playoff game. They could always use a franchise tag on him, so that holds them for another year, but it increases the cap money, which I don't know their cap space right now, but, if they're willing to do that, then they have that for one more year. If not, Kirk Cousins could be like, you know what, maybe I want to go to San Francisco and get paid a huge deal. Who knows? So Washington has that. Plus, the money deal with RG3, what he's going to be owed, it's going to be ridiculous being a backup quarterback. He hasn't seen the field all year. They actually got to hope for.